Alright. One thing I know I'll never do is feel some type of way. Nah, I'm lying. I do feel some type of way about the ignorant people who be commenting on my videos. First of all, I don't feel like y'all are aware or have knowledge of what's going on around you. First of all, I could have 20 kids, 20 baby mothers. That is a past tense. I don't understand. That's like when you become a father, that means you had already had a child. Same thing goes for if you were a mother. That means you have already had a child. Now, bear with me because I'm trying to figure out how to break down the most simplest ways of comprehending possible to what looks like the dumbest masses ever created by man. And I believe y'all all are stupid because that's what the rich people want you to be. Now listen. Whenever I go and I make a video about my baby mothers, I don't technically mean that every female is like my baby mother. When you are aware of what's going on, you notice people have a bad habit of not saying the correct words. They need to communicate the objective goal of whatever it is you're trying to say. So what I was trying to say was females like my baby mothers are a factor in how our society fails to evolve or get over or get past certain situations. I state this because it is a known fact that females have the power to have children. Men do not. Men can only aid them in this. They have the egg, we have the sperm. It's simple, but it's hard for other people to understand that the female is the main character when it comes to the future. Like, they're the key to the future. Because whoever they decide to genes or worth, continuing on into the future, determines what the future looks like. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but you can look at enough Discovery Channel, educational channel, TLC, the Learning Channel. Like I don't know what y'all been missing in life. Like a lot of y'all people who be commenting on my videos, I believe have been doing nothing but watching sitcom and listening to videos and all that other stuff and just basically doing what everybody does and saying what everybody says. Like, it's as if y'all people really don't have a mind of your own. You can tell a person have a mind of their own when they're more in touch with reality. Those who are not in touch with reality tend to just sound like everybody else. Like everybody like, oh, the 6 baby mothers, like they all want to downplay me for being a human being. People are under the impression that living a certain way is more productive. Okay, there is a double-edged sword in the system we have here. Yes, if it works out well, if everybody did what they were supposed to do and acted accordingly, they would still have to like implement certain guidelines to prevent the future from inflating and causing, a bad situation. It's like it's like y'all retarded. Like, first of all, say for instance, like everybody lived peaceful and did what they did and could support their kids and had up to 3 to 4 kids. Like, there's people who be wanting to have tribes. Like, you telling them that they can't live their dreams? Like, I'm just saying, like, how are you going to judge somebody for having multiple kids and multiple baby mothers when that is the norm in some cultures? It's a word for that, but I don't want to sound racist. Because it comes when somebody believes that the way they are and the way they live is superior to everybody else. Just because that's what they want to believe. It hasn't been proven at all. Since man began, they had multiple sons. They had multiple kids for one reason and one reason only. Because they were also dying. There were certain things that people didn't learn about, and you have 12 sons and only 4 of them would survive through wars, diseases, and other things. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm black. Every black man should be out here having like 12 kids. Because if we not killing each other, we got other people killing us. And that's what I be talking about when the females, basically determine whose seeds are spread on to the future. I don't get mad because a female that has a history like our black females do want somebody to protect them. They need that security. I understand that. But at the same time, you're not going to get it by someone who's self-destructing. They look at all these videos and movies and stuff like that and think that OG Durango, whoever his name is at the corner, is going to protect them. And then he winds up getting shot and killed. I'm like, oh, he's not the one. First of all, let me explain to you about something about power. The gun is powerful. The knife is powerful. So is the sword. The bow and arrow, however you put it. The person himself who needs these weapons to survive isn't strong at all. See, a strong person does not feel the need of aid whatsoever. Real men battle it out, mano a mano, toe to toe. The baddest man won. It was that simple. We don't have that no more because there's too many weak Casanova, whatever you want to call them, existing. Because a lot of females seen that they was the only ones around and decided to spread their genes. Being whores. It's a reality. You know what I mean? If you want to define something, you want to give it a definition, then technically that's what happened. It's just hard for me to just sit there and think that these people really think that me having all of these kids is what I was complaining about when none of my words would relate to that. I distinctly said, so you can be more aware that my baby mothers make my life a living hell for absolutely no reason. That's it. I explain why and how. That's it. I can't, when you have kids, everything that you used to do before is put to a halt. You got lions that do nothing but stay with their kids and raise them to survive. Birds, they do the same thing. The only creature I know of is a lot of reptiles and a couple of amphibians. But even some frogs protect their young. It's just crazy. You just leave them there to their own devices. You act as if a child has built-in knowledge already. We're complex. Therefore, you have to train a child to do certain things. The reason why we are the way we are is because that's exactly what the hell we've been doing since we've been on this earth. That's what we've been doing. We've been learning and transferring that knowledge to our young. That's all we've been doing. We've been making mistakes and being honest. But with this culture, there's a certain thing called lie. I'm pretty sure that it hasn't really existed until people got stolen from Africa and brought over here. Because I believe them motherfuckers made a lie up. They've been making up lies since the dawn of time. You got the Zeus, you know what I mean? They probably stole some knowledge and switched the words up. You got all this crazy, like, come on, man. Like, you got Octopus Man with the octopus head and stuff like that, mythical creatures and stuff like that, half man, half horse running around here. We ain't never see the bones of that yet. We haven't seen a skeletal remains of none of these things that they said used to exist. Mermaids, none of that crap. Nothing. What they would do is use their imaginations to control others' minds by having them imagine what they're imagining is real. As long as they can control the imagination of others, they can control the minds. That's how it works. Anybody with a brain would have been realized that I am not out here just ranting and raving about particular situations. If you was paying attention, I know my baby mothers watch my videos. There's no other way I can talk to them, because they decide to like have complete arguments and freaking ignore me. So I use my brain. All right, so y'all want to watch my videos, and I'll explain what I have to say without interruption. And because they'll sit there and listen to every word I say just to see what I'm going to say next. This is called superior intellect. I don't even understand why anybody would but then I realize, like, it hurts so much because I feel like I'm all alone in this world, bro. And I know there's a lot of smart people out there, but they're not in my environment. These people are caught up in their own situations. A philosopher's ideal heaven would be in a room full of other philosophers who would agree with what he says is true and help him to even understand why his philosophy is the truth. Like, in my world, it's like it's me against the entire world just because I'm different. Society basically tells you that we're all created equal, yet and though at the same time teaches you in the most ignorant way, because that ignorant means unaware. Even though you are aware, you're unaware of your own actions. So basically, or unaware that you're stupid. Like not having a knowledge of how to like basically like react to what it is that you know. Like, you don't know how to handle a knowledge. Like I tell people exactly what's going on, and I get the dumbest response in the world. Like a vasectomy. Bruh, like I stated on my other videos, what if I only had one child? When I had one child, I had the same problem. One baby mother, I had the same problem. That's different. So how are you going to look out the problem I am not addressing and state a problem that you see something wrong with, when that's just your fucking opinion of what's wrong? Like that, you first of all, like, I could say that living in a trailer home is horrible. It's deplorable. It's wrong. In a sense, that's ignorant, because when you are aware, All you need to do is eat, stay healthy, and survive. That's basically it. Life is all about living. I don't know what else people have got. Like, they see all of these things, like washing machines, all these complexities, and they think that all these things make you stronger or better. No, it does not. Because that only means that majority of us cannot live without it. That's all they doing, is they making us, what do you call that? More enabled. Basically, we can't survive without this false environment. We're technically in the matrix. Because you think that, oh, we have to be invaded by some aliens or whatever the case may be, or AI intelligence which took over the world or whatever the case may be and put us in little capsules. No. Pay attention. Pay attention. These people have fun at giving you the answers through coloring books. Because you see everything in the coloring book as something that's not real. It's like cartoons. Like, they give you the truth through cartoons. And they be like, yeah. But they're not going to believe it because the cartoon is not real. And they know it's not real. But it be the truth. Because y'all don't know how to, get the truth from the BS. So at the end of the day, you got everybody depending on washing machines. Not everybody. Some of us, live outside the matrix. But some of us are totally caught up in it. Like stores, like everything. Like, what if none of this technology was here tomorrow? It would be a catastrophic disaster. Man would end like that. Because it would be back to survival mode. Only the strong will survive, and there will be bodies and death everywhere. That will bring upon the worst black plague ever. I realized all of this way too early. And once I realized it, I was young. And I said I did not want to become what I always wanted to become. And that was a scientist. Because I was disgusted. Because I said, if I know this at my age, I know they know this already. I know that they know that everything we're doing is basically setting us up for failure. I'm sitting up there looking, I'm like, yo, we used to hunt animals? I don't know how to hunt nothing. We used to what? Skin them? It was techniques and things that you had to do, but we're growing up without this knowledge. And we're being taught to depend on a structure built to enslave us. And how do they sprinkle magic on the most racist people, which is also majority slaves. The majority in any sense is slaves. The more of them there are, the more people there are depending on the structure, the more slaves there are. I don't care how much money you make. You're a slave to the system. You live by the system, period. You die by the system. It's like there's no way out for you. That is a prison. You're chained and you're shackled to this life in the form and in the way that they want you to. You freely put on these chains because they said these are diamond chains. These are gold chains. That's all. You're not free. Because if you was really free, it would be too scary. Because that means that it is a free for all. Whatever you have now can be taken from you later by somebody else who is stronger than you. And in a way, in the true God's will, has more right to live than you. Because that is the true God's will. I believe it because it's nature. Only the strong should survive. So at the end of the day, that's all I ever wanted to do was make my family stronger. So I say things I know is wrong. I see that my baby mothers see my videos, and I figure what they're going to do is either try to make me look like a liar or try to make whatever they do look good. Either way you put it, it's going to benefit me in some type of way. Because the last thing they want me to be is right. The last thing they want to do is prove me right, but they have no idea how to prove me wrong. That's what I be failing. That's what be pissing me off like the most. So that's why I be saying what I'm saying. Like, so eventually somebody just prove me wrong. It benefits me if they do, because it benefits my child. See somebody, oh, just get to the point. Bruh, listen. It is hard to just get to the point when it's a puzzle. See, there's certain things that connect everything together to get the picture that I'm trying to present. It's not that easy explaining something that should be freaking elementary to anybody that's listening to what I'm saying. That's what be hurting my brain. I'm like, yo, you fail to realize how smart I am. I have done things. I have been through here so many times, and all I kept trying to figure out is, if this ain't working, what will work? If this ain't working, what will work? And like I said in the beginning, man, once I realized I had no choice in the matter when it came to having children, I gave up on feeling like it was a reason to protect myself, because I was damaged. I'm still damaged. The shit destroyed me. But what I won't let happen, what I'm trying not to let happen, is let it happen again. Later on down the line, I gotta hear my kids sound like me, bitch and complain about the same stuff I was bitching and complaining about. That's when you realize that you haven't evolved. That's when you realize you have no growth. You can be stagnant your whole entire life. If you make sure your child has never walked a day in your shoes, you have progressed. Because when you have a child, it stops being about you. It's about the future. Your child is your way into the future. That is your future self. You understand? A lot of people don't like sharing future selves with me, which is felt in the same manner. Like, I'll be like, yo, to be honest, like, it's just crazy. Like, I just worry all the time, but I need to stop worrying. But how is it? How could you not worry when you have to sit there and you have to visualize what the future might look like? Because you've been paying attention, because you are aware of what happens. Like, it's like math. It's like math. Like, you've seen everything happen over and over again. Then you wonder why people think that something else is going to happen. They be like, oh, because this happened. People don't be telling everybody exactly what be going on and how they became what they became, because they don't want somebody else to get the easy way when they had to go the hard way. It's like you done scraped your whole shit up, almost lost all your teeth to find a path that got you the riches, and somebody just walks up with all of these shit intact, not a scratch on them, and asks you, yeah, how I get there? Random motherfucker. Like, somebody, like, even people in your family, like, it has to be somebody you would want to be there. So those type of people only pass that true knowledge on to their kids. I'm out here basically spitting it to everybody, because I'm like, yo, people need to learn, and I think a lot of people are mad at that, because the last thing they want from people like me or struggling people to do is to learn from what I am really trying to say. What's the point? And evolve. Like, nah, girl, you right, he wrong. He shouldn't have took your keys. F him, kick him out. Wasn't even in there. Not like that, but oh no, you can't see your kids anymore. Or, man, girl, F him, do you? That's your house. Or girl, F him. Just up and leave. Go to a whole nother state. If you want to see his son here, come see him. Like, all I ever talk about is how they make it hard for me. Where is it easy when somebody's telling you not to talk to their phone, not to call them no more? They get pregnant, they want to tell everybody about something that you was trying. Like, I was trying to hide. Like, girl, like that's like, I don't even understand. Like, why would you go publicize that, girl? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, it was never that serious. Like, I don't go around talking about who I be with when I realize they stupid. Not saying she's stupid, but when I know it's gonna cause problems. But then there's people who are just made up from that. Like, that's basically all they want to do is create problems. That's crazy. But I have a bad habit of saying everybody. It's not everybody. It's only the selective few, which I really shouldn't care about, because at the end of the day, I already know that the majority will be the sheep, and then you'll have your shepherds, and then you'll have your shepherd dogs, and then you'll have a lamb or a goat. They'll look like they belong, but there'll be something about them that's different, and it'll just piss everybody else off. Because who the hell does this motherfucker think he is being different?